Hi, Mr. Kody.
Hi
Good
there.
morning. So hope
Good
you are doing
afternoon.
great. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I hope you are too.
All right. So as I have gone through your profile, I found something really exciting, and I'm very excited for this conversation that we are just having right now. So let's make this conversation little formal and little informal so that we get to know each other.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yes. So got to know that you've shifted from New Zealand to Australia. So I want
Yes.
to know something about your childhood and your transition to youth and your journey from these countries and what are your experiences. Let's start by this.
Okay, sounds good. So I moved over to Sydney about 7.5 years ago, Sydney, Australia. Prior to that, I was in New Zealand from birth and actually jumped around a couple of places. I lived in Bali for a short stint and also in Italy. Whilst I was over in New Zealand, I went to Auckland University and studied business, majoring in retail and design. And
Okay.
actually, after I left university, I started an online clothing store. So something a little bit different to what I do today in food, but very much so within business. So I ended up running that business for about 18 months and selling it to a Chinese investor. And then after that, I was working out what to do next. And I was actually approached by a fashion house that was in luxury menswear. So part of that, I had moved to Italy for a short stint, learned to be a tailor, and then came back. That was an amazing journey. Talked to a lot of people and really started to understand that I love the transaction of business. I love relationships, and I love to thrive in a fast-paced environment. And that's when I jumped ship and came over the ditch, as they say, to Australia, and started working with brands and marks.
Great. Nice. So this is something another discovery that I just explored. So from the clothing industry to the food industry. So what is your experience? You want to say something about which is better, or do you think right now where you are placed is a perfect place for you as an individual, where you can grow the best?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot in the fashion industry, probably more around design, certain color aspects and what catches people's eyes. Studying retail obviously applies within the supermarket space quite heavily. My father was always in food, and I work with him to this day. And he was a massive influence on me to move into the food industry, which I absolutely love. I'm a foodie at heart, love eating it. And the beauty of this role is we get to try so many different cuisines from all around the world. So it's been amazing. I've learned so much, and yes, I'm here to stay in food. It's my bread and butter, no kind of pun intended. And I absolutely love it. And building those relationships. Some of the learnings from the fashion side into this side is about building those relationships, and that certainly helps when you're dealing with the likes of Woolworths.
Okay. So for an individual, food is something that keeps you alive. And similarly, clothing is something that obviously you can't stay without that. So both the industries have their own importance and you know the trade, tricks and trade of both the industry. It's really great. So you just mentioned that your father had a food business. Have I got you correctly?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So now when we're talking about family, let's talk something more about family. Because today what you are, I think it's because of your family values that are inculcated in you. And I also got to know that you had a religious and a spiritual inclination, which is in you because of your family, right? And also got to
Of course.
discover one incident where your family traveled few miles, for the Santiago Church and just to embrace spirituality. Is this correct?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So there's been amazing learnings from both sides of my family. So my dad is a businessman. He's been a businessman for many years. And my mum actually was practicing spiritual natural healing and yoga. So I got an amazing upbringing of having someone that was all about giving, passion, love, and on the other side, my dad's the same, but also about business and strategy and things like that. And if you combine those two aspects, you learn very quick. You can't take without giving, and everyone's on a journey to reach a goal.
It's really great. It's really great. Today in this world, we see a lot of children are not joining their family business. but you did that and you are successful, and most important, you're satisfied and happy. So it's something really great. And I wish to, I want to relate your spirituality to your business practices. So I'm sure that has some impact on your business practices. So could you elaborate on how your spiritual experiences influenced your ethical business practices and personal growth? Because I'm sure that had, a profound impact on your business practices that you're currently following. So can you just tell me that how, it helped you to become a great businessman?
I think it's very important to always be open and transparent, and also to be honest in your dealings. So whether that be dealing with your business colleagues, having to be honest with them, showing them equal respect, and driving once again for the same goal, but also dealing with suppliers, and also dealing with the retailers. So, if you go into business and negotiations, being open and transparent, it's appreciated by all parties, and generally the outcome is beneficial for everyone involved.
That's absolutely true. And when you talking about your negotiation skills and talking with the supplier and the buyer again, and as you mentioned, you believe in relationships, right? Relationship building. So how your relationship management skills helped you to crack this wonderful partnership and collaboration of Nippon Case and Woolworths. You have been a pivotal and you have been very instrumental in this whole deal that we are talking about. So want to